What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. This video is brought to you by TheDolceDiet.com. Go to TheDolceDiet.com and start your own personalized 4-week or 12-week online weight loss program. This is a total body transformation program. Every meal, every recipe, every workout, every set, every rep is planned specifically for you. This is not a template program. This is a personalized, sophisticated, result-driven, whole food oriented program that the world's greatest athletes have used for over 20 years with a 100% success rate. And you can see that regular folks, just like you and I, have used this program. Also, click the link below this video to learn more and to get started. Now, today we are going to talk about how to burn fat. And I'm going to give you 3 very specific ways to create the ultimate fat burning lifestyle, right? The ultimate fat burning, fat melting, fat oxidizing lifestyle while getting lean, healthy, functional, sexy, dare I say, in the process. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a bonus, my favorite fat loss stack that will dramatically improve the first 3 tips that I give you. Now, straight to it, straight to the content. Number 1 is protein. Protein is essential. Protein is likely the most important macronutrient for fat loss. But why is that, Dolce? Everyone knows protein is associated with building muscle. Exactly. We must have ample protein intake to ensure our body is replicating new, healthy, functional muscle tissue. Muscle is the primary calorie consumer inside the body. The more muscle we have, the more muscle we create, the more calories we burn while at rest. You can literally turn your body into a fat burning machine by adding more muscle, and if nothing else, sustaining the healthy, functional muscle tissue that you have. So how much protein should you consume? Boom, boom. You ready? 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass. And we say relatively lean body mass. What does that mean? That means if you're looking lean, you're looking sexy, hey, 1 gram per pound of total body weight, you're good to go. If you're a little soft, can't quite see your abs, you're a little bit flabby, we can back that down just a little bit. So guys out there, if you're 10% body fat, 1 gram per pound of total body weight, you are fine. If you're above 10% body fat, we can scale that down. In general, 0.8 grams of protein per pound of total body weight should work very well for the average individual, but you want to slowly scale that in time as tip number two. You ready? Tip number 2. So tip number 1 is 1 gram of protein per pound of relatively lean body mass to ensure you have ample fuel to build this healthy, functional muscle tissue. Tip number 2 is you must be training with resistance. I'm going to talk about cardio also, but resistance training, strength training, weightlifting, kettlebell swinging is going to be a major factor in burning the maximum amount of muscle possible. We all know those treadmill bunnies, as they're called, guys and girls who are running around on the treadmill. They never touch the weights, and what happens? They become skinny fat. They're not big in clothes. They look normal size. They take off their clothes and they look like their body just melted, right? Skinny fat. They have no muscle tissue and they have a high proportion of body fat per total pounds of body weight. That's not what we want. We must build tissue. Remember, tip number 1, building muscle tissue burns greater amounts of calories while completely at rest, but also the act of strength training, resistance training, burns more calories per minute than cardiovascular training. There is great benefit to cardiovascular training. Again, I'm going to cover that here. Now, sets and rep wise, Dolce, how do you train? Ideally, for maximum muscle growth, you should be training anywhere between 8 to 12 total working sets and between 6 to 12 total repetitions. So 8 to 12, that's say approximately 10 working sets, which could be 3 exercises, 3 sets per exercise, and you're pretty much good to go if you're training intensely. And how do we determine intensity. Intensity can be determined as a percentage of weight moved, and we can say a percentage of 1 RM, which is 1 rep maximum. So if you can squat 100 pounds, we would say squat 80 pounds, which is approximately 80% of your 1 RM, and you could squat 80% of your 1 RM for 3 sets of 6 to 12 repetitions. Ideally, 8 to 10 repetitions is the sweet point where you're still getting good strength, but you're also getting good muscle growth. And that is about the Goldilocks. 6 to 12 repetitions, really zoning in on the 8 to 10. What we say is if we can get 10 repetitions, we usually want to add weight. If we get less than 6 repetitions, we want to lighten the weight. That's kind of the zone. We stay into the 6 to 12 repetition zone. We usually train 2 to 4 sets based upon the intensity of the exercise, the multi-joint compound movements. And here's a great way to scale it. We might do 4 sets of standing barbell overhead military press on an upper body day. That's 4 sets right there at about 80% of 1 RM. Training closer to the 8 to 10 repetition range. Then we would move on to maybe in my workout, I'm going to hit 3 sets of a dumbbell or kettlebell wide grip upright row, hitting the clavicle area, the traps, the anterior and posterior deltoids. I'm going to be hitting that. So there'd be 4 sets of the overhead, 3 sets of the upright row. That puts me at 7. I got maybe 2 sets of a side lateral and then 2 sets of a rear or a front lateral. Bam, shoulder workout. That would be a vertical push day, we would call that. That would be done. I mean, that's just one of a million different workout sequences. Just so you understand, I could, a 4-3-2-2 or a 3-3-3. Those work really well. Keep that in mind as we move on. Now, tip number 3, burning maximum body fat is cardio. What type of cardio, Dolce? List or HIIT? Both, man. Both, gal. List and HIIT. Here's the beautiful thing. You can list low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity. You can perform that every day, a few times a day. HIIT, high intensity interval training, you can't perform that every day. You can't perform that twice a day without burning out, probably getting hurt, and backsliding in your results. So what we try and do is we do a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 list versus HIIT. What does that mean? That means we'll do lists Monday and Tuesday. We'll HIIT on Wednesday. We'll list Thursday and Friday. We will HIIT on Saturday. And we'll usually do a longer list, to which we call a hike. It's more of a moderate intensity, steady state activity. We'll go a little longer, a little farther with a little uncertain terrain, let's say. But that's more of a GPP style, general physical preparedness modality that we'll put into the workout plan, which is good for all of us athletic humans. This way, you're training the aerobic threshold and the anaerobic threshold with your cardio-specific training. You are also focused on training the muscle fibers, the type 2A and the 2X muscle fibers through the multi-joint compound movements, the resistance training. Remember, we're training 8 to 12 sets of 6 to 12 repetitions, somewhere in that zone. We're consuming 1 gram of protein per pound of relatively lean body mass. Now, that can scale anywhere from about 0.8 grams all the way up until about 2.2 grams, depending on how experienced and how intense you are. Now, for those of you who have stayed this far, thank you. Bonus time. Bang, bang. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this type of rapid, fast, easy content. I'm trying to keep this video in 10 minutes or less. Now, I put a link in this video down below. Take a look, read. It's kind of a little bit complex, but definitely this is science-based. Everything we do is science-based, by the way. There's a compound called epigallocatechin gallate. It's a polyphenol that's found in green tea. Have you ever wondered why since 2007, in our first version of 3 Weeks to Shredded, there were 3 cups of green tea and 2 cups of coffee into the program? Now, these are unsweetened, unflavored, no milk, fresh brewed green tea, black coffee, that's it. Because the epigallocatechin gallate, the ECGC, the polyphenols inside the green tea, have a synergistic effect with the caffeine from the coffee or black tea. You can have black tea. There's a synergistic effect of the EP-gallocatechin gallate, the polyphenol inside the green tea once again, and the caffeine from the coffee, it has a dramatic impact on your body's ability to burn body fat, to release body fat, to utilize stored body fat. If you're eating properly, you're getting the gram of protein per pound of relatively lean body mass. If you're stimulating muscle growth by training multi-joint compound movements at the right steps and the right reps for the right percentage of total RM, if you're training the aerobic and the anaerobic energy systems through LISS and HIIT and MISS, then you implement the green tea and the caffeine, and you will have a dramatic fat burning cascade that happens. It's so synergistic. Now, I've in below this video, I actually put a link to another video I did earlier in the year where I really break down the synergy between the EPCG, the EP-gallocatechin gallate, it's so many words here, and the caffeine. So I break that down into a longer video. You definitely want to learn more. I tell you how to dose it, how to take it, when to take it, if you're open to do that. And I give you the scientific studies more so that I'm giving now in this shorter, compressed video. Sleep matters. I've done videos on sleep 7.5 to 9 hours per night. Boom, more bonus content. Stress management. If you're stressed out in life, you're going to be storing more body fat, much harder to reduce body fat. Improving blood flow to stubborn body fat areas will dramatically improve that specific area's ability to burn body fat at the same rate as the rest of your body. So spot reduction is kind of real, but not real the way it's conflated. Spot reduction simply means that stubborn areas can work nearly as well as more attuned areas. And that's it. So click the link below. We also have our summer shredded challenge happening right now. I went from 218 today. I'm actually below 200 pounds. So I've lost, I'll lose 21 pounds in 21 days. I'm almost there right now, depending, because many people are going to watch this long into the future. Those watching live right now, I'm already ahead of my goal. I'm going to crush the 21 pounds in 21 days following our 3 weeks to shredded program, which is the most successful, healthy weight loss program ever devised. And I can say that because it's true. And we have a 100% success ratio while working with the world's greatest combat athletes competing in weight class oriented sports for over 20 years. And that's a big deal. For 20 years, we've had a 100% success rate at the highest levels of weight class oriented sports, primarily combat sports, the UFC. You can click the link below to start, and I'm even going to give you guys a 25% discount to motivate you to get started. That is, and everything in that I say right now in this video, well, that's all the science. That is the underpinnings of the 3 weeks to shredded program and the Living Lean program. So that's what my team of registered dietitians, exercise physiologists, certified trainers, web technology experts, and of course myself, that's what we've built. That's what we continue to build. That's who we are. That's what we do. We are here to help you, to literally provide you the GPS to your future body. Click the link below to learn more. I hope you appreciate this video. Bang, bang. Give me a thumbs up if you like this type of content, my friends. I want to make it fast and easy. There's so much information. I feel like I said 10-minute video. I'm at 13 minutes right now. I'm barely scratching the surface. So subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and I'll be bringing more information into the near future. Until next time, boom.